Okay, good afternoon, everybody, all the students. Most of the semester 3 students have joined online in this session. This session is for academic writing, and in this session, we want to concentrate specifically on how to improve the quality of descriptive essay type answers, which is what all the students of BA and MA are supposed to write in their university exams. So how you can improve the quality of your university exam answers. That is our objective for this workshop. Uh, we have identified through various error analysis that what kind of mistakes are normally made by students. And if those mistakes are highlighted and if the students are informed that these are the common errors uh, are made, which are made by students, then maybe if they become conscious to those errors can be avoided or can be rectified in their writing also. Our purpose is not to see that by doing this you will improve your marks. So our objective is not marks, but what we want to see is that how you can improve the quality of your writing. It may not materialize in improvement of mark also. So if you think that, well, the marks are not improving, then why should I learn this? Well, the learning is for the sake of learning, to improve our writing in whatever capacity we are writing our answers. What kind of errors are made? So in Vaidehi madam's presentation, she has also identified some of the key areas in which she will discuss here. And I also have identified a couple of errors which students are normally making, and we are going to analyze those things and try to give some suggestions also that how you can overcome this. So by and large, at least in my presentation, it will not be about praising the good work. Many of you might have done good also, but that will not be highlighted. But where you made mistakes or errors, that will be highlighted. So we want to see that those errors can be rectified and can be improved. So that is what it will be highlighted. We hope that it will not discourage the morale of the students also, because many times if students are not appreciated, then they feel very much depreciated, and they are discouraged, because most of the time we see ourselves in a much better position than the way the other people see us. So if our that way of looking, or what we call it as the way we have framed our ego, that I am this, I am that, I do things in this way and that way. Now, if that is challenged by somebody, then we feel hurt also. And sometimes it is highly demotivating also. So we want to see that it will not turn into demotivating activity. You will keep up your spirits even if your errors are identified, and try to take it positive, improve from whatever you have done. So for this activity, we take real life answer books. When you are told to write and when you know that the things will be done in this way, you are more conscious. But when it is the university exams or the internal tests which students are giving, at that time you are more natural in writing your answer.
So very good afternoon, everyone. I hope for the online students, am I audible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think now I'm audible to you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, so today, first of all, good afternoon, respected Bharat sir, Yesha ma'am, and all my dear learners here. Today we are gathered here for academic writing workshop. Now, in academic writing, we see that there are various aspects in which you do academic writing. But here I am just going to discuss about academic writing in examination. So first of all, I'm going to tell you about this difference which in your answer paper, still you have to be aware of what is academic writing. So first of all, academic writing is associated with serious thought. So whenever a question is asked to you in examination, it comes with a kind of a serious thought, a kind of a serious explanation which you need to give, reading the question and understanding the question. Normally in academic writing, especially in examination, we just prepare ourselves with a certain kind of general answers like summary of the text or character sketch. But the question comes with a certain kind of understanding of whatever theories associated with it is discussed in the class. But we don't usually go with that. Next, it is clear and well planned. So whenever you might have seen that even sir or ma'am or me, we all are discussing question bank in the class. So the discussion of the question bank is done with one particular aim, is that you also try and organize your answer going through the question bank. Next, very important thing is it's likely to be error free. Now, being language students, we have to be very careful with the use of language, not only in your answer paper, but also on social media. So many a times we make errors on social media as well. But one of the thing you will find that when you are using language in digital mode, you are having certain kind of tools which will help you to identify the errors and get certain kind of synonyms for a word you are using. But when you are going to write in examination, you find that we don't have any such tools because it's in the written form. Next is technical and academic language used accurately. Now, it might happen that, at first we don't get such accuracy in language. But as we practice it, we find out that how we can make the language more accurate in our writing. So the first error which I have found out among your papers is that use of sentence structure. Now here a person is asked that what is literature? So literature is a mirror of society, but now I can say it is not just enough. For literature, because literature is not just a text or book, but it is also a whole literary things is a part of literature. Now if you look at the sentence structure, the person is definitely trying to explain what is literature, but the word literature is used in so many various contexts and it is repeated a lot, and it is also a whole literary things. So if you look at the sentence structure, you don't find it in a correct way it is being written. So one of the thing in sentence structure, in observing all the papers, I have find out that, we have this thing in mind that we want to use complex sentence structure. So every time it is not necessary that you go with the complex sentence structure. We will see later on that what are the things you can use while making the sentence structure complex. But try to write in a simple sentence structure. Another error, and I think this is one of the, prime error I have found in everyone's answer books is that spelling errors. And you will see that spelling errors are just some silly spellings errors are being made. Like for example, one of the word is marriage. So again, that is a kind of a spelling error over there. Even you will find that words like August and age, or you will find words like literature, or words like enough. So this all words are somewhere being, made a kind of error in your paper, and this is done repeatedly in everyone's paper. So this is one of the important things you should be aware while writing, that you are not making spelling errors. Like if the words are complex, then for sure you will make certain kind of errors. But in simple words, you have to try and be very careful while writing in the answer. Third error analysis I've done is repetition of words or repetition of sentences. Now, one of the question was that you have to write about the poem, The Patriot by Nizam Ezekiel. Now, in the first paragraph, we will find that it's written that Nizam Ezekiel is one of the prime modern poet of India. Now, that particular sentence is again repeated in the second paragraph. A lot, then the content doesn't become much stronger as it should be. Now, fourth important thing again is related to context a lot. That is, you are writing out of context. So one of the question is that, you have to write about Nizam Ezekiel's poem. So now mostly this poem talks about partition of India, Pakistan, and then how post-independence things worked in India. Now here we find that a child has written that it talks about World War I and talks about war between India and China. Now that is something which is out of the context of that particular thing which is being asked. Next is that one of the question is asked that which is the literary text you like the most? And the literary text I like the most is English literature. So now you have to understand what is being asked, and then you have to answer the question. So we cannot be like whatever we used to write in school or maybe colleges. Now in masters, you have to read carefully what is being asked and then present your answer. Now fifth is changing the form of literature. Like for example, you are being asked to write an answer about a novel, but you are starting the answer that Rape of the Lock is a wonderful novel, for example. So now we know that Rape of the Lock is a mock heroic poem, not a novel. So many a times we find that students make certain kind of issues in writing this. So here it is being asked that write down or analyze the theme of the play The Curse by T.P. Kailasam. Now here we find that it is written that The Curse is a wonderful poem. So it's not a poem, it's a play. So that are something which you have to be very careful while writing down. You should know that which text belongs to which form. Now, simple grammar rules, like for example, the sentence should be start with a capital letter, then it should end with a full stop. The sentence should just not go on and on without any punctuation mark. So these are something very simple grammar rules. Like for example, you are writing a name of an author, you are writing something about some place. Now all those words which are included in your answers, again, even if you are mentioning them in the middle of the sentence, it should start with a capital letter. So this all rules are something very simple which we use in day-to-day life. So that you have to be very careful that, as a students of master, that too connected with language and literature, this some simple errors shouldn't be part of our writing. So we have to be very careful. Next is organization. Now in organization, you have to be very careful because some of you are just writing your answer in bulleted points. So many a times I think we have referred to this as well, that when you are giving your presentation through PowerPoint, you have to make sure that your presentation is not full of text. There you should use bulleted points. But when it comes to the answer paper, your answer should be written in paragraph form. That you are making a paragraph and then again you are bifurcating another paragraph you are starting your argument with. So you have to make sure that you are not writing in bulleted points in your answer sheet. Now, another point I would include here is that while organization also, you have to be very careful that which argument you are going to present first and then what you are going to write later on. Many of the answers I have found out that, first the end of the poem or the conclusion of the poem or novel is written in the answer, and then the story begins. So somewhere there isn't a kind of a coordination between the paragraphs. And the last and the important thing I find out is handwriting. Now, even though many of the students, the content is very good, there is no grammatical error, there is no spelling error, but still somewhere you find that, the handwriting is not clearly visible, which again creates a certain kind of, difficulty for the one who is going to check it. Now, in this particular time, I know that we all are not associated with writing on a paper much. We use writing skills, but mostly on social media or WhatsApp or whatever things we are using. But we hardly write down certain things in the paper. So now for your examination is concerned, you have to be careful that, you write 1 page every day maybe, then it would help you to improve your handwriting. Now, all these are the errors which I have observed in your papers. I have included both the papers, I think, for semester 3 examination answer sheets and the class test, which I have taken for semester 1, and also the write-up which you gave earlier about what is literature. Now, what are the helpful tips which can help you in improving your academic writing as far as examination is concerned? So first thing I have find out in the paper is, many a times beginning and ending is kind of much blur. You will find that you are beginning with a kind of an introduction about the author or introduction about the work, but at the end, then conclusion is missing. So somewhere the answer looks very incomplete, even though you have completed the answer, but it doesn't show in that particular context. So rather than just going on with, the one type of beginning and ending, you can also use a different kind of quotation to begin your answer, which is again associated with the question being asked. So that is the one thing you can do, that you begin your answer in that particular way, that, a well begin is half done. Next is connectors. Now, while writing complex sentence structures, sometimes we get stuck. So these are the connectors which will help you to connect two particular sentences and make your writing skill easy. The third is infographics. Now, use of infographics will not only help you to recall certain things associated with your answers, but it will also help you to organize your answer very well. So here I have taken one of the example where an infographic is used in the answer paper. So try and make this certain kind of changes in writing your answers. Next is original quotes. Make sure that every time when you're preparing for your examinations or whenever a unit is getting over, try and find out at least 5 quotes from the text you have studied. So that would be helpful to you later on while organizing your answer. That while giving a kind of an argument, you are also presenting some original lines from the text. So which will make your content more stronger. And lastly is use references. Now, mostly when we are preparing our research paper or thesis, you will find that we use references a lot. Even while giving your presentation, you will find that you might have referred to certain kind of references. Now, similarly, you can use a certain kind of references in your answers as well. That some work which is connected with the text you are studying, and you are giving a certain kind of example about it. Of course, while using references in your thesis or research paper or presentation, you will find that you need to give certain kind of link, or you have to cite the references. Of course, you are not going to do that in the answer paper, but still you should mention a certain kind of reference in your paper. Like, just for example, a question might be asked to you about, that analyze the character of Kern as a subaltern. Now, you might start your answer by explaining what is the meaning of subaltern. Now, for that, you are giving a definition given by one of the critic. Then try and write the name of the critic and then give that particular definition. That this is the critic who has said that this is the particular definition about subaltern. So you're using certain kind of references and then completing your answers. So you have to make sure that, you work on all these things which being discussed here. So mostly I would just say that it will come with practice a lot. So try and write on your own rather than, taking it from any blog, or maybe for reading you can use it. But while writing the answers, as sir has also said, that it comes in your natural flow. So you have to be very careful, and if you practice, then you can improve all those errors which have been discussed here. So that's it from my side. So I hope things are clear. Now I would just hand over to sir.
So to connect the slide. Connect the slides. This is you can mute, so I can speak.
Yes.
Yeah, this is very important. Mute your mic also. This you, all students should take note of. Okay, fine, no problem. Okay, yes, online students, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so very quickly, yes. So Vaidehi Madam has highlighted that what are the common mistakes which are done and how those mistakes can be overcome. So some of those ideas in where the connectors and other things were given, which normally are not used by any students, and that how they connect one line with another line, or how a paragraph is connected with the previous paragraph. As we have discussed that paragraphs are change of ideas. When you change idea, you change a paragraph. You need a new paragraph. But how do you connect that paragraph with the previous one? So you say use however, so and so kind of a thing, nevertheless, this, but that also, all those connectors, which are normally, there are lot many which we have studied in grammar lesson in the school. But when it comes to use, very few students we find that they are very effectively using those connectors, which can make your answer look very decent also. Okay, so apart from those things, let me share a few other things. Let me share a screen. Okay, so as we discussed earlier, we are doing error analysis and suggestions to improve the quality of writing. Again, let me make a point clear that it is not to improve the marks. So it is not that you get some better marks in exam, but whenever you write, because writing is something that you require throughout your life, in one or another form, somewhere, something you might be writing. So look for a larger goal in life rather than only exam. Or don't get disheartened if you get poor marks, or don't get overconfident if you get better marks. Both the things are necessary. The exams are there. As I keep on giving many a time examples that today now nobody is asking us that what were our marks in exams. Nobody is asking us for any of those things. So when you want to get a job, people will ask for the marks. It is required at entry level. But then for the performance in the life, as a teacher or whoever you become later in the life, it is not the marks that play a vital role. It is what you know that becomes more important. So our larger goal is not only to improve the marks in exam, it is to see that you really work on your language and see. But to understand that you need to improve, you should have that critical insight to very critically look at your own writing also. How many of you would be happy to critically evaluate or self-evaluate your own writing? Very few. We have seen that we ask many students to write on social media, and people write also. But when they write, if there is a mistake, I will take a screenshot, I will edit and send. આ ભૂલ છે, આ સુધારો કરો. પછી એ વિદ્યાર્થી સાવ બંધ જ થઈ જાય લખવાનું. એવો ધ્રાસકો પડે કે લખવાનું બંધ જ કરી. Now that is what not we are doing. Now it means that you are not ready for criticism. You are only ready for appreciation. કે બસ વખાણ કરો અમારા, ટીકા કરો તો અમે બંધ કરી દેશું એ કામ. So that is where overcoming that criticism is very important. That still let people criticize. It is a good chance for me to improve myself. But I'm stopping doing that. Now in that capacity, how will you critically evaluate your own writing? How? So that is what we want to do. So we have distributed a rubric also to the students. I have shared a rubric in a Google group. So you also will get. Today we are not going to analyze your writing. That is semester 1 students writing. We are not going to analyze. We are just going to see semester 3 writing. Your writing after your first test, I will analyze. Vaidehi Madam has taken some of your writings also. Some of your what is literature writing also has been included. So that also is good. That will help you in improving your writing. But after your test, we will do another workshop. And every semester end, we are doing such workshop. Though for this student, this is first time because Corona year, we are not able to meet. And so I think last year, we were not able to do any of the workshops. And so some of the common errors are still there. Error and mistake is a different thing. Error is something that is done unknowingly. That is called error. And mistake is you have done it knowingly, or it was a mistake. You were taking either this or that. You took this, and that was a mistake. So error is different. And error is something naturally happens. We don't know, and it has happened. That is called error. So common errors in language, that what we make that we want to see. Our goal obviously is to see, like Humphrey and Economou has argued, that success in academic writing in higher education depends on students' ability to present a descriptive, analytical, persuasive, and critical argument. This is very important when you write. So what you are doing, you are actually making an argument, and this argument is critical argument. Your all answers, all your thinking activities are this. So if you continuously do thinking activity in that way, automatically it will become natural to you to write answers in a particular way. It is persuasive, means you are trying to persuade somebody to think in that direction. So you will require lot many things to persuade somebody to believe into your argument. So you will give one example, then another, then third example, lot many examples you will require to persuade somebody to look in your direction. And then it has to be analytical, and it is descriptive writing. So you write in essay type manner. You can't only write bulleted points. It is descriptive essay type answers. Your answers are essay type. So only bulleted points won't work there. What we see as a reality, and that is common errors. That is like, first is un-English expressions. So, well, English language has a proper sentence structure, like SVO, subject, verb, object. That only makes a sentence. If you go back to grammar book and say, what is sentence? It will say that there is a kind of a completeness. A sentence puru thai, એટલે એનો એક અર્થ પૂરો થાય ત્યાં. That is what. Now, when you read your own answers, rarely full stop will come. Now, how will you say that where the sentence is ending if there is no full stop? So how will you evaluate without punctuation marks? So what is that? So that becomes un-English at structural level. So the basic structure of sentence as a problem that needs to be checked out properly. Then subject verb agreement, that is a very common thing that errors are found in students writing, and similar grammatical errors, simple grammar errors are also being found there. This un-English expressions are something that we see that when you read, it seems to be English language. But when you read, you do not decipher any proper sense of meaning. Proper sense is not coming. That is called un-English kind of expressions there. What happens? Many times when students get poor marks, they complain. They write a complaint, and many times larger classes also complain. And every year it normally happens with English paper in our university or all universities also. Be it commerce students or BBA students or BSc students, they have normally large number of students fail in English paper. So a kind of a high level committee is being constituted by university, and I have to be a part of those committees, and we see variety of new answer books we have to analyze. And so whether it is commerce students or science, how they write. And time and again, we have to tell that the English of our student is obviously very poor. And I am still not talking about BA English students. I'm talking about commerce students who are appearing in all other papers in Gujarati language. BSc students who are appearing in all other papers in Gujarati language. They only write English in English paper, whereas you are writing English in all your papers. That is, when you come down to TY, you are writing all your papers in English language. So your English is supposed to be better than the commerce or BBA or science graduates. Supposed to be. It is not that also is the reality. It is supposed to be. But lots of un-English expressions we find, and it is very difficult to pass those students. The only approach is that you have to be very liberal in assessing English papers. And if some teachers are not liberal and they want to check everything with a strict measurement, then they may fail everybody also. And you can't pass the students. Even if those papers are read in High Court or Supreme Court, everybody will say that this student cannot pass English paper because English is un-English. So that is that's why what all the complaints of students never stand strong, because the English is un-English by and large. Then sentence structures, punctuations, grammar, and appropriate vocabulary. And appropriate vocabulary, time and again we have said that when you deal with a particular text, you have to use those words. If you're writing answers on Macbeth or on deconstruction, then that language has to come. Whatever language was used vocabulary that was used by the original writer or theorist, that without that language, if you oversimplify everything and try to write that this is how I have understood, and in that way if you write, then you are killing the very idea of that text as well as even that theory also. That is appropriate vocabulary. One of the examples we will see here also. One of the questions that was asked in the test, one paper that I was analyzing for this was about criticism, wherein we have film studies also. So 2 or 3 questions I have seen that what answers are written. So these students may not be aware that what was the question. So to them this slide is prepared. That the question was this, that explain this set of frames from the film The Philadelphia Story. And then 2 frames are given for a film study. And then explain this frame from the film The Best Years of Our Lives. And students were supposed to discuss the frame study, and they were taught how to do frame study and what is the language of film study. That tools were also given and they were supposed to do that. So that was the question. Let us see what were the things that were written. So now again we can see I have written the name of students also. So it can be a memory that where that these errors were happening. Now again the frame was the word already in the question paper, and yet the spelling error happens here. So already there is something in the question paper because one student has even written a wrong spelling of Philadelphia also. It is already in the question paper and yet the error happened. Now this is what we call error, subconscious error. We don't know that we are making. That's why we always tell that always spare 10-15 minutes at the end of the paper to read your paper. And read your paper and you will yourself find that there is a spelling error there. You yourself. But this is what students are not understanding. You tell them 100 times and rarely anybody is understanding, reading. Some of you say that, well, we are reading and yet you are not able to find any error. Then there is another problem that you don't have critical insight to self-check your answers. That is why you are not able to see your mistakes. એના માટે એક કેપેબિલિટી ડેવલપ કરવી પડે કે આપણી જ ભૂલ કેમ જોવી એ હજી ડેવલપ થઈ નથી એટલે આપણે ભૂલ આપણને દેખાતી જ નથી હોતી. That also needs to be improved. Then the spelling errors, simple words like symmetry, asymmetry, again has those things there. This is another paper and now again see the handwriting. We're talking about handwriting also. So we have all these words, no vowels. We have A, E, I, O, U. You have to be very careful when you write that if your vowels are problematic, whether you are writing now what is this? It seems like Hawala. If I don't know it is Harold, I will say HWALU. Walu. Does it seem like Walu? So how you improve this? It is A, then A and U ma farak છે. A and U is a different thing. So how do you do this? And this is ER, but it seems like W. So this all again you have to very critically look at your handwriting and you see that what kind of writing you are doing and are those handwritings eligible to other person. Now see, this is a very difficult point because when you were writing you knew that this is what you are writing. Now from a third person's angle to look at your own handwriting is very, very tough, very difficult also to see those things. And some of the words are really difficult also. Like if you are writing on this, then we can make it out like this. But what is this? Yes, Riddhi, can you? Yes, can you read or even you can't read? Understand, okay. Yeah, so you will see this, that how happens. And this also the film adaptation comes in black and white image, so not able to understand other thing. Again, if you're talking about Harold Pinter, that was not black and white. Yeah, because we have seen a part of that film sequence also, but it was not black and white. So if I am reading this in that context, then also we say that this is a factual error also. Factual error. This is that, well, this was not a black and white thing. In your answer paper, things will be black and white. But was it really black and white or not? Though it is not about the frames that were there in the question paper, it is about another thing there. Jignesh has given, try to put this on a graphical way, this frame study and positions, child, women, male, this all, it was a good idea. But analysis is lacking. This is a good point that he has put the thing. Maybe in the question paper, the image may not be given, but it is only given that study the frame of the Philadelphia story. Then you know, because question bank was known, and without the image also you are able to do, students are able to do. In that case, you can make a interesting graphical picture of that image to show symmetry and asymmetry kind of thing. So that was good, but analysis, what is the meaning of that? What is the interpretation? That is not coming. And I found that only in 2 students properly given the interpretation of what do you mean by doing those interpretations in that field. This was also Jignesh's question, and is trying to explain this, that what was the thing, this people standing in a line and this. So there is a, let's say this richness person. Richness person is not, it is un-English. There is nothing like richness person. So આવું કઈ અંગ્રેજીમાં હોય જ નહીં. પણ richness અંગ્રેજીમાં હોય, person પણ અંગ્રેજીમાં હોય. પણ બે ભેગા થાય એવું કઈ ન હોય. This is un-English. Lots of un-English come when people speak or even write also. Now, who will get the first chance to go home? You find. Now, this concern was not this. Semester 3 students will understand that this was a scene in a film where a world war has ended. People are in a queue before at an airport. And one soldier is trying to get a ticket, but the aeroplane is full. The rich person comes and he says that I want to carry my golf sticks. Golf sticks. And he can get a space for a golf stick, but a soldier cannot get a space for sitting in an aeroplane. That is where the satire is about, that how rich people can find a space, but poor people who are serving the country, they also will not find a space. That is the argument that film is trying to make. So how the rich has more space to perform. That was there. But that is not coming here. This again had some problems in the write up, the explanation that was given. 3, then you will have to make women, M-E-N, pronounced women to make it plural. So when you say this, these are very common errors that again keeps on coming, but we are not aware that we are making such errors there. And this explanation also is not like you are trying to talk about something, but exactly you are not able to speak. What is that you want to say here? That is not coming up here. Hierarchy is still not something significant. In the second frame, all 3 are in same direction. This again is all 3 are. તમે વાંચો તો કંઈક ખૂંચતું એવું લાગે. So you sense. તમને થાય કંઈક ગરબડ છે. પણ શું ગરબડ છે ખબર ન પડે. Then you say un-English. This is, there is some problem with the language structures there. So there is there, and they looks, if you see, this is subject verb agreement problem. Subject verb agreement problem. He hoy to looks આવે, she hoy to looks આવે, they hoy to look આવે. Simple grammar lesson. So that is something that keeps on happening with many students when they write this.
What will be all of three? Just all, not
Just all, yeah. The second frame, all 3 are in, you can remove the, no need of that word.
all of three.
All of the 3, All of the three, yeah, are there? All three simple, make it simple, more simple to say what you are saying rather than. So what you can do is then you read it and you say that can I drop a word and still make a sense, or can I readjust the word in a proper order that it can convey the proper meaning. This is self-analysis when you do the reading of your writing. This you see here, Philadelphia story. So even the word is already there in the answer question paper, and you totally make something separate of this thing. This is by Hiral. So like you keep on writing, but then it doesn't sense anything. A kind of meaningless things are written, and it doesn't mean anything when you minutely read all this thing. And this writing also has capitalization problem. Lot many unnecessary capitalization is coming here. Unnecessary capitalization. So even S is capital, F is capital, O is capital, Do is capital. Film study, okay, you can say topic, so you write capital. See here, O, office capital, F is capital here. So lots of capitalization problem in this. Even simple words are having the problem. Spelling errors of pollution, deforestation. There is nothing like population. You can say population if you want to say that. Unhealthiness. Such spelling can be still pardonable. Pardonable mistake. કે I ને Y લખાઈ ગયો હોય ભૂલમાં તો એ માફી પાત્ર ભૂલ છે. But some mistakes are not pardonable. Khushbu was able to write this interpretation in that scene. That was, it tells that, or rather than tells, you can say, it seems to say, we can interpret it in this way. The frame seems to convey this message. Many of those words also can be used. That women should submit herself to the man and family at large. This was the core. This was the core, which was not coming in many other interpretations that people were doing about that frame. But this is exactly what is there. Women should submit herself to the man and family at large. So there is husband also, and then there is mother-in-law, then sister-in-law, and she moves in that direction. She has to accept the norms. This is a good word, norms. Also, this is what we say, appropriate vocabulary. Norms of family and stay united. It may also show her, I think you want to say arrogance. Arrogance and rudeness. There is a spelling error, rudeness, by being away from the family. So that still very near to the exact point which that frame is trying to tell, which was not being conveyed by many other students. And આમ લાગે કે આટલી સાદી વાત છે નથી કહેવાતી, પણ નથી કહેવાતી એ હકીકત છે. એ નથી કહેવાતું, નથી લખાતું, એ પણ હકીકત છે. લાગે સિમ્પલ અને સમજાયું હોય ત્યારે આ રીતે સિમ્પલ જ સમજાયું હોય કે આટલી જ વાત છે. પણ જ્યારે આપણે લખવા બેસી ત્યારે એ શબ્દો the handwritings are good. Language also is by and large good. You don't find much of structural problem in this writing. Un-English is not there. Though slightly spelling errors are there, but still it is not un-English. The other things you don't have the problem of I, E, O, V, W. That all is not there. So you can clearly identify each and every word also. But here there was a clarity, here there is no clarity. Another answer on sonnet 18, deconstruction, then there is a problem. A woman has emotions, sentiments, feelings. She has to express some of her emotions. She cannot bear everything like a tree. And no, these are not the things there in that, neither in that sonnet nor in the discussion. It is not as such coming. So this seems to be completely out of context when you deconstructively read sonnet 18. Lata also was able to get something quite true. Here we see how female character have to change with the others because they can't stand alone with a large number of opposite people. Women, she got the sense, the language is not still right. So, like you want to say that with large number of people opposing your lifestyle or your way of life, it is very difficult, and so women is compromising and coming on the other side. That is what you want to say. But that is the right meaning that you got, though you're not still able to articulate in a proper language. Proper. We have this dual problem. ઘણા વિદ્યાર્થી ભાષા બહુ સારી હોય પણ એ બરાબર સમજે નહીં. ઘણા સમજી જાય તો ભાષા ન હોય. સમજાઈ ગયું એવું લાગે કે આને સમજાઈ ગયું છે પણ એ સારી રીતે ભાષામાં લખી ન શકે. અને બીજાને ભાષા ઉપર સારો કાબુ હોય તો એ કઈ સમજતા જ ન હોય. એ ગોળ ગોળ વાતો કર્યા જ કરે. So that also is there. Sometimes students speak very good. બોલે તો બહુ સારું બોલે, કોઈ ભૂલ ન થાય, અંગ્રેજી સારું, ઉચ્ચાર બધા સારા, પણ લખે તો સાવ કંડમ. You can't imagine કે આવું લખે. એટલે ઘણી વખત રિઝલ્ટ આવે તો એમ થાય કે ઓ આને આટલા જ માર્ક આવ્યા, આ તો કેટલી હોશિયાર છે એવું થાય. પણ લખવામાં એ ઝીરો હોય, લખવામાં એકદમ લેઝી હોય, લખે જ નહીં ઘણા, અથવા લખે તો આવું બધું કેપિટલાઇઝ કરી નાખે. So then you don't get the mark. So see how these are all those errors that we see, that sometimes students are good in performance in class, in speaking, in presentation, but in writing they are utterly poor. Writing માં પણ ઘણા લેંગ્વેજ નબળી પણ સમજાઈ જાય બધું ને બીજા લોકોને ભાષા સારી પણ સમજાય નહીં. So that all issues we can identify. Even in this question also many of them were having this digital means that the thing working itself without humans. So now this is a very vague definition. You are beginning your answer with this. And so if that vagueness comes at the initial, that is problematic. As Vaidhi madam told, that the beginning is very crucial. When you begin, you have to be very careful. So working itself without human, now that is not digital. Everything you require humans to work. No digital thing will work without human beings as such. So that definition is highly problematic. It is easy way for keep work fast and without any kind of. So then again there is this un-English way of putting the things there. Here also there were lots of problems. Again, Marx, when you say Karl Marx and the marks that we get in exam, both are different. Karl Marx and the marks in exam. So spellings are also, so here it becomes Marx, the exam marks, and Karl Marx. So here you get right again, Marxist, so you get right here you get wrong. And again, it is very gross generalization of Marxism, that it deals with financial matters. Now, well, financial matters is something that is integral part of everybody's life. So that is not the way to put Marxism, that is dealing with the financial matter. Well, it deals with capitalism. Capital and finance has a huge difference there. Capital એટલે મૂડી કોલસો પણ હોય, મૂડી એક ડિગ્રી પણ હોય. It is a material thing, that is મૂડી. પૈસા જ હોય જરૂરી નથી, મોટે ભાગે પૈસા હોય છે. કારણ કે આપણે એટલી રીતે કેપિટલિઝમમાં રહીએ એટલે પૈસા સાથે જોડાયેલી. એ સોનું પણ છે, એ દાગીના પણ છે, એ સ્પેસ પણ છે, the space to perform પણ છે, એ ઘણું બધું છે. એટલે that is how Marxists look at the material condition of society, which obviously richness plays a vital role, પણ એની સાથે બીજું ઘણું બધું જોડાયેલું છે. એટલે એને ઓવર સિમ્પ્લિફાઈ કરી નાખવું is not understanding Marxist theory. Karl Marx had a different ideas about Marxist theory. Now, see, Karl Marx is the one who is the pioneer of the entire thing. એટલે એના નામથી આખી થિયરી જોવાય છે, this Karl Marx and the things there. So this is again not understanding that how. એવું લાગે કે પહેલા માર્ક્સિસ્ટ થિયરી હતી ને પછી કાર્લ માર્ક્સ એમાં આવે છે. એવું નથી. કાર્લ માર્ક્સ એક લખે છે, દાસ કેપિટલ, અને પછી એના જે વિચારો છે એ માર્ક્સિઝમ અથવા માર્ક્સિસ્ટ થિયરી તરીકે બહુ લોકોને આકર્ષિત કરે છે. એટલે આખી એક થિયરી બની જાય છે દુનિયા અને ઇતિહાસને બધું જોવા માટેની. Yes, in this deconstructive poem also, we were looking for the vocabulary that you, and it was difficult to find, I think, in any of the writings. એક કે બે વિદ્યાર્થી કદાચ લખી શક્યા હોય તો, અને કદાચ મારા ધ્યાનમાં ના આવ્યું હોય. Otherwise, in most of the things. This poem is a small poem. Sonnet તો small જ હોવાનું ને. Sonnet are always small. એટલે એ લખવાનો જ કોઈ મતલબ નથી કે this poem, sonnet is a small poem. And is a famous deconstructive poem? No, it is not. It is not a famous deconstructive poem. It is a very traditional sonnet, but you are doing deconstructive reading. તમે deconstructively એને વાંચો છો. એ poem deconstruction નથી, તો શેક્સપિયર ને લખેલી છે અને લોકો બહુ સારી રીતે constructively જ એને વાંચે છે. It is not that poem also. English capital, and they represent the meaning of the nature. Now see, vocabulary, when you talk about deconstruction, more normally semester 3 students, so you have to bring this language, privilege, underprivilege. There is a binary opposition between beloved and summer's day, then human and nature, and then how there is a play, how there is a play that how there is first a beloved and the other side there is summer's day. So you generalize that human is privileged over nature. And then you say that when a poem comes, then the privileged beloved also becomes underprivileged. એ કઈ રીતે એ privilege માંથી underprivileged થઈ જાય છે, એને meaning બદલાય છે, એના અસ્તિત્વનો meaning બદલાય છે. પહેલા અસ્તિત્વનો meaning સકારાત્મક હતો, હવે એ નકારાત્મક બાજુ ચાલ્યો ગયો છે. એના અસ્તિત્વનો અર્થ સકારાત્મકમાંથી નકારાત્મક થઈ જાય છે. આખી બાઇનરી બદલાય એટલે, અને ત્યાંથી poem privileged vocabulary-માં આવે છે. અને પછી જ્યારે I આવે છે ત્યારે poem પણ ચાલી જાય છે. Poem નો અર્થ પણ બદલાઈ જાય છે. Though semester 1 students will more understand this when we discuss deconstruction. ત્યારે કદાચ બધું નહીં સમજાય. But semester 3 students can understand that this language, or that is why you say free play and undecidability. That is why there is undecidability of meaning with the language, and then language bears within itself the necessity of its own critique. એ વસ્તુ આવતી જ નથી, લખાતી નથી. Students are not able to write in that, and so you are looking at the language because it bears within itself the critique of its own, and then you can break the language in different ways. So this is the vocabulary which we are looking for when you try to write any of the answers. Aditi has used this expression which even Nissim Ezekiel made fun of as Indian English. This one, that we find different meaning of that. આજે આપણે લખીએ કે different meaning, જુદા જુદા અર્થો. આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ ને કે આના જુદા જુદા અર્થો છે, એનું અંગ્રેજી કરીએ તો different meaning. So that is so it seems that આપણે અનઇંગ્લિશ ક્યાંથી આવે છે? એ આવે છે આપણે જે ભાષાંતર કરીએ છીએ ત્યાંથી. આપણા મનમાં પહેલા વિચાર ગુજરાતીમાં આવે છે, પછી આપણે લખીએ છીએ અંગ્રેજીમાં, એટલે સ્ટ્રક્ચર ગુજરાતીના રહી જાય છે મનની અંદર, અને આપણે લખીએ છીએ પાછા ત્યાં, એટલે એ ગુજરાતી સ્ટ્રક્ચરમાં અંગ્રેજી લખાય એટલે અનઇંગ્લિશ થઈ જાય છે. આપણે જેમ કે SVO, તો ગુજરાતીમાં એ SOV સ્ટ્રક્ચર થઈ જાય છે, આખું સ્ટ્રક્ચર જ બદલાઈ જાય છે. રામ પત્ર લખે છે, રામ ઇઝ રાઇટિંગ લેટર, તો એમાં લેટર છેલ્લે આવે, જ્યારે પેલામાં લેટર ઓબ્જેક્ટ છે એ પેલા આવી જાય છે. રામપત્ર પછી એનું ક્રિયા આવે છે, લખે છે. આખું સ્ટ્રક્ચર જુદું છે ગુજરાતી અને અંગ્રેજી ભાષા. એટલે સ્ટ્રક્ચરની સમજ ન હોય એટલે આપણે સીધું જ આપણે પછી ઓટો મશીન ચાલુ કર્યું હોય પરીક્ષામાં લખવા માટે, કે આમ ભાષાંતર થતું જાય ને અહીં લખાતું જાય, એટલે જેમ આવે એમ ભરડાતું જતું હોય, ફટાફટ લખાતું જ જતું હોય. પછી આપણે એ જે લખી લીધા પછી આપણે જ એટલા ધ્રાસકામાં હોય કે પાછા વળીને જોઈએ જ નહીં કે આ તો જોવા એવું જ નથી. આ તો પેલું મોન્સ્ટર આપણે ક્રિએટ કર્યું હોય ને, પેલા ફ્રેન્કેનસ્ટાઈને કર્યું હોય ક્રીચર, આપણો જવાબ ક્રીચર જેવો હોય, ત્યાં કોણ જોવા જાય પાછું? એનાથી ભાગે બધા કે આ કેમ વાંચવું, માંડ હવે પૂરું થયું, જલ્દી આપો ને ભાગો અહીંથી. આન્સર બુક આપીને જલ્દી ભાગવાની જ વાત. So we create a creature, monster, and then we don't love to watch that back again going there. So this is what he wrote, fighting. Nissim Ezekiel in a poem Patriot, which also you have studied. Subject work agreement. This is Bhavyan, post-structuralist, right? So very first you begin your answer and પહેલા સેન્ટેન્સમાં હથોડો પડે. This is again a common error, a common mistake. So post structuralist then writes, post structuralists then બંનેમાંથી એક જગ્યાએ s મૂકવાની જરૂર છે. ત્યાં સ્ટ્રક્ચરલિસ્ટ સાથે s લખો તો ચાલે અને રાઇટ ની સાથે લખો તો પણ ચાલે, પણ બેમાંથી એક જગ્યાએ હોવો જોઈએ. This is problem. And then this also there and there, there, their. there એટલે ત્યાં, there એટલે તેમનું. હવે આ પણ ભૂલ થાય છે. there and right. This can be rectified if you come back. ફરી પાછા વાંચવા આવો તો તમારા ધ્યાનમાં આવી જાય કે આમાં કઈ ભૂલ છે. Derrida does not agree with the idea of structuralism. આવું કઈ છે જ નહીં ખરેખર. આવું કઈ પણ છે જ નહીં કે Derrida એ સ્ટ્રક્ચરલિઝમ સાથે એગ્રી થાય કે ન થાય. When he writes that essay, Structure, Sign and Play, એ સ્ટ્રક્ચરલિઝમ નો જ સેમિનાર છે. એટલે સ્ટ્રક્ચરલિઝમના સેમિનારમાં જ એ વાંચે છે. એટલે એ એમાં નથી માનતા એવું કઈ છે જ નહીં. This is, અને આપણે પેલું કહી શકાય કે જોક છે આ, અથવા હંબગ વાત છે કે he is not believing in those things. પછી આજે આપણે નવા નામ આપણે ઇન્વેન્ટ કરીએ, નવા નામ આપણે શોધ્યા હોય. તમે આ ગૂગલ કરો તો આવા કોઈ જોવા ન મળે. હોય તો એ બીજી સદીના હોય, જેને ઇકો ક્રિટિસિઝમ સાથે લેવા દેવા ન હોય. સો જેમ સજેશન્સ આપ્યું કે યુ શુડ રાઇટ ધ ક્રિટિકના ઓબ્ઝર્વેશન મૂકવા જોઈએ તમારે, કે આ ક્રિટિક આવું કે છે. હવે બધા ક્રિટિકના નામ તો યાદ ન રહે, પછી રોબર્ટ થોમસ ને જે આવ્યું તે નવો ક્રિટિક બનાવી નાખીએ આપણે. ત્યાં કોણ ચેક કરવાનું છે? આ બધું જોઈ ત્યારે ફલાણા ભાઈએ આ કીધું છે કે આપણે ડબલ ઇન્વર્ટેડ કોમામાં જવા દો, નવી બુક પણ નવી બનાવી નાખીએ, નવો ક્રિટિક બનાવી નાખીએ. એટલે લોકો એ રીતે કરતા હોય છે. This obviously gives a very wrong impression. ઘણા લોકો હવે બધા મોબાઈલ લઈને બેઠા હોય, તરત ગૂગલ કરે, કોઈનું નામ તમે લખ્યું હોય, બુકનું નામ એટલે તરત ચેક કરી લે. એક જ સેકન્ડ થાય છે. પેલા તો લાઇબ્રેરીમાં જવું પડતું શોધવા માટે, એટલે વાર લાગતી, એટલે આળસ થાય તો લોકો ન જાય. હવે તો તરત જ ચેક થઈ જાય. તમે કોઈ માહિતી મૂકી હોય એટલે પરીક્ષક તરત ચેક કરી લે કે આ સાચી કે ખોટી, અને એમ લાગે કે આ ઉલ્લુ બનાવવાનો પ્રયાસ કરે છે, એટલે પછી ફેલ કરીને બહાર આવી જાય કે આને તો ફેલ જ કરો, કારણ કે આ ઉલ્લુ બનાવવાનો પ્રયાસ કરે છે. ભૂલ થતી હોય તો લોકો માફ કરે, but if you try to cheat, then it is problematic. So this again is the names. આપ્યા છે પણ એ બધા ખોટા નામ મૂકેલા છે. હવે આ તમે ન દેખાડો ને કહો તો કોઈ સ્વીકારે જ નહીં કે ના ના અમે આવું કરતા જ નથી, એમ જ કે. સો એટલે એવિડન્સ, then people agree. Kishan also had lot many problems of un-English expressions. This things in, so you need to work a lot on your language. You have to read a lot, write a lot in bits and pieces to improve the things. And again, you have to also check many of the spellings also. T છે F જેવો લાગે છે. This T is like F. એટલે alphabets કઈ રીતે થાય છે એ પણ you have to see કે type બરાબર થવું જોઈએ. એ જ શબ્દ લખાય છે કે નહીં. This also A1 again it is not the right way. One is A, either use A or one. A એટલે જ one, એ તો જ આપણે લખીએ છીએ કે one વાત કરવી હોય ત્યારે. So this is again very difficult to decipher કે આ શું છે. So lots of un-English kind of a write-up. So small paragraphs, right? Again check, or write naturally handwritten and then give to this things Google Doc જે auto check કરે grammar ને, એ પણ suggestions ઘણા બધા આપે કે this is how you can improve your writing. 5 minutes. And this is what we call gibberish. Words that have no meaning or impossible to understand. એટલે ઘણા બધા જવાબો આ રીતે ભરેલા પડ્યા હોય, કેટલી બધી સપ્લીઓ કરી હોય અને કેટલું બધું લખી રાખ્યું હોય, અને પણ એમાં કોઈ અર્થ જ નથી કરતો. What the student is trying to say. Post-structuralism is a form of art. Now, it is nothing like art. It is a way of reading. Post-structuralism is not the art. It is an approach to read various things with visual and dynamic significance. એટલે આમ લાગે ભારેખમ શબ્દો લખ્યા છે, ડાયનેમિક, સિગ્નિફિકન્સ, પણ એના અર્થ ત્યાં કાંઈ જ ન હોય. એ રીતે એટલે બહુ મોટા મોટા શબ્દો લખી નાખ્યા હોય પણ ત્યાં એનો અર્થ કાંઈ જ ન નીકળતો હોય. That is called gibberish kind of a thing. Visual characterization, human term as aspect, right? With a greater term of aspect. This. So you don't find anything that is in either taught or in the material. Material માં પણ કાંઈ આવું ન હોય, ભણાયું પણ કાંઈ આવું ન હોય. એવું બધી વસ્તુ ક્યાંય આવું ક્યાંય હોય જ નહીં. એમને જ બધું બનાવી કાઢેલું હોય છે. That how the things are written also. So such students will have to, obviously they know, એને તો ખબર જ છે એને શું કર્યું છે. આ ભૂલ એવી છે કે ખબર જ હોય, આને એરર ન કહેવાય, આને મિસ્ટેક જ કહેવાય, અથવા આ તો ડેલિબરેટ કરેલું છે કે આપણને ખબર જ છે જવાબ આવડતો નથી ને આપણે ગપ્પા જ મારવાના છે. એટલે એને ખ્યાલ છે કે અમે ગપ્પા મારીને જ આવ્યા છે. એટલે પેલી પરીક્ષા બહુ વહેલી હતી એટલે બધાને જવા દીધા કે ચલો લખ્યું છે તો રીટેસ્ટ નથી આપવી, કારણ કે પરીક્ષાનો નિર્ણય મોડો આવ્યો. થોડોક વહેલો આવ્યો તો રીટેસ્ટ રાખી દેતા, આ અઠવાડિયું ફ્રી જ હતા, ભલે એકવાર પાછું લખે, થોડું પાકું થાય. બટ બચી ગયા. પરીક્ષા વહેલી હતી ને પછી થોડી મોડી થઈ, પણ મોડી થઈ. થોડીક વહેલી મોડી થઈ હોય તો ઘણાને રીટેસ્ટ આવવાની હતી. બટ ચોથા સેમેસ્ટરમાં જો કોરોના માતાજી નહીં રીજે તો આવી જશે, ત્યારે ઝપટમાં આવી જશે. 2 વખતથી તો બચતા જ જાય છે. સેમેસ્ટર 1 માં બચી ગયા, 2 માં બચી ગયા, 3 માં થોડા ફસાઈ ગયા. છેલ્લે પરીક્ષા છેલ્લે મોડી થઈ એમાં ઘણા બધા ફસાઈ ગયા અને ખબર પડી કે આટલું કામ નથી કર્યું અને આ રીતે કામ કરવાની જરૂર છે. એટલે વી હેવ એનાઉન્સ, આપણે તો સ્ટુડન્ટ્સને પ્રેઝન્ટેશનમાં કહેલું કે હવે તમે 2 જ વસ્તુ, આ તો કામ મહેનતે લાગી જાઓ અથવા કોરોના માતાજીની પૂજા કરો. કેટલું બધું છે બધું તો ક્યારે પૂરું થશે? એમાં તો રિમોટલી બધું નહીં ચાલે, આવવું પડશે. સિવાય કે કોરોના આવે અને સરકાર કે હવે કોઈને આવવા નહીં દેવાના તો બચી શકાય, otherwise it will be difficult. Niyati also has the same problem of using the language. Each and every sentence has some kind of problem. Shakespeare sonnet, Shakespeare, in which he uses the term deconstruction by Derrida. Derrida 20મી સદીમાં છે, શેક્સપિયર 17મી સદીમાં છે. શેક્સપિયર એમ ડેરિડાના ટર્મનો ઉપયોગ કરે લખે છે. Factual error, this historical કે how Shakespeare can use the term deconstruction by Derrida. So Niyati also, if she is there and listening, then also need to work a lot on language, like Nandita. Sneha also has un-English problem in writing the things. Now this again also it was the more about the feminist work. It was the derived from their beloved. This doesn't make any sense. Feminist work જ નથી એ રીતે જરાય. So this again is very un-English. એટલે ક્યારેક એમ થાય કે આને હવે સુધારવું પણ કેમ? You try to say કે આવું શું મનમાં હશે કે આવી ભૂલો નીકળે છે, એ જ આપણે શોધી ન શકીએ કે મનમાં ક્યાં ગરબડ છે કે આ લખાતું નથી. મેબી in school days કદાચ અંગ્રેજીના સેન્ટેન્સ સ્ટ્રક્ચર ઉપર બરાબર કામ થયું નથી, અથવા સ્કૂલ દિવસોમાં અંગ્રેજીથી દૂર હતા, ટીચર નહીં હોય, કદાચ ઘણી સ્કૂલોમાં ટીચરો નથી હોતા એટલે લોકો એમને જ ભણતા જતા હોય છે. હવે વચ્ચે તો એક અખતરો કરેલો કે 8મા ધોરણ સુધી કોઈને ફેલ જ ન કરવા, એટલે એમ થતા એ જ પાછા કોરોનાના ફાયદામાં આવી ગયા. નીકળતા એને તો છેક સુધી ગાડું ચાલતું જ રહ્યું. ક્યાંય કોઈ ન ટપારવાનું થયું, કોઈ સુધારવાનું થયું, ન જાતે સુધારવાનો મોકો મળ્યો, અને એ બહાર નીકળી જાય. હવે એમાંથી ઘણા બધા પાછા ટીચરો બનશે. એટલે બીજી જેટલી પેઢી એની નીચે નીકળશે એ 25, 30, 35 વર્ષ નોકરી કરે ત્યાં સુધી પાછું એને એ ચાલુ રહે. જો એ ફરી પાછા પોતાની સિસ્ટમ પોતાની વસ્તુ ન સુધારે તો એ પાછી પણ ચાલુ રહેશે. This also, Stuti also has lots of problems. So you keep on writing, but then those things have no meaning at all. So you bring in all big words, મોટા મોટા શબ્દ મૂકી દો, પણ એનો કોઈ અર્થ જ ન હોય ત્યાં. શું કરે છે એ શબ્દો ત્યાં, શું કહેવા માંગો છો? Nothing gets clear in these things. Pina is trying to write a good answer, but then જે જવાબ લખો છો એમાં હું કાંઈ નથી પાછું. એટલે આપણે એક જવાબ સારો તૈયાર કરીને ગયા હોય પરીક્ષામાં કે આ આપણે લખવાનો છે, પછી એ પૂછાય કે ન પૂછાય, આપણે લખવાનો છે. આપણે તો આ સરસ તૈયાર કર્યો છે, એટલે જે પછી વાંચનારા ગોઠવી લે એની રીતે કે એ શું. So that is that example, that how do you do this. We have to connect that with the asked question. જે તમે તૈયાર કર્યું છે એને સતત એ ઉદાહરણ સાથે ગોઠવીને વાત કરવી પડે કે this is what you are doing. Without that, so that is very important. અને એ તમારે બહુ ઇનિશિયલ જવાબમાં કનેક્ટ કરી દેવું પડે. That you are going to see Harold Pinter's film through this kind of things. એ તમારે ઇનિશિયલી જે પ્રશ્ન છે ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શનમાં કનેક્ટ કરી દેવાનો કે યુ આર રાઇટિંગ ધીસ આન્સર. એ ક્લેરિફાય તમારે કરવાનું અને એ કન્ક્લુઝન કરો ત્યારે ફરી પાછું ક્વેશ્ચનમાં જવાનું અને કહેવાનું કે 10 આ જે વાતો પૂછી છે એનો મેં આ રીતે જવાબ આપ્યો છે. એ રીતે કન્ક્લુઝન કરવાનું. So that is necessary. So by and large, we found good answer like understanding. Khushbu Lata has displayed good understanding. Khushbu wrote in good answer also, at least ek jawab ma, પછી એક જવાબમાં પાછું ન હોય એવું બન્યું હોય, પણ that is seen. Divya, Daya, Riddhi, Chandni, they have written quite good answers, quite good with slight mistake that we have seen, but still the answers are good. Jignesh also, though language was not very good, but still has displayed understanding. કે એને બરાબર ક્લાસ એટેન્ડ કર્યા છે, મટીરિયલ વાંચ્યું છે, એ એમણે બતાવ્યું પણ છે કે આ રીતે ઇઝ ટ્રાઇંગ ટુ ઇઝ ડુઇંગ એટેમ્પ્ટ કે આ રીતે જવાબ લખ્યા છે. સો ધેટ વે વી કેન સી though not able to find any one ideal answer book is not, we are not able to find. We hope that in semester 4 we will be able to find an ideal answer book કે જેની અંદર આપણે જે માગીએ છીએ હોય તો એ શું હોય, what is we are expecting કે કઈ રીતે એમાં એ બધી વસ્તુ હાજર હોય તો આપણે એને આદર્શ ઉત્તર વહી કહી શકીએ. Now you might have read in newspaper કે હવે તો ઘણા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સના આન્સર બુક નેટ ઉપર મૂકવામાં આવશે સ્કેન કરીને. એટલે ત્યારે પાછું એ જોવું કે આમાં માર્ક્સ તો ઘણા બધા આવી ગયા હોય પણ લખવું આપણે આવું હોય બધું. એ પછી અપલોડ થાય અને અપલોડ થાય પછી કોઈ પણ ડાઉનલોડ કરી શકે અને ડાઉનલોડ કરી લે તો પછી કોઈ ફરિયાદ નહીં કરે કે આના પેપર પાછા જુઓ, આને કેમ આટલા બધા માર્ક આવી. પછી કમિટી બેસીને પેપર પાછા જોવે તો પાછા આપણે ફેલ થાય. આવું થાય. આવું બિહારમાં એક છોકરીને ગોલ્ડ મેડલ મળ્યો, લેવા ગઈ, લઈને આવીને પત્રકારોએ પૂછ્યું એને કઈ બોલતા જ ના આવડે. તો બધાને આશ્ચર્ય થયું આને ગોલ્ડ મેડલ કેમ મળ્યો, આને તો કઈ બોલતા જ નથી આવડતું. પછી તપાસ કરી તો મેડલ પાછો લેવો પડ્યો કે આ તો ખોટા માર્ક્સ અપાઈ ગયા. આવું બને છે હકીકત. લોકો ડિગ્રી લઈ લીધી હોય. આઈ ગેવ એક્ઝામ્પલ, સેમેસ્ટર 3 ના વોટ્સએપ ગ્રુપમાં મૂકેલા હતા ફોટા. કેટલા બધા મિનિસ્ટરોએ પીએચડી કર્યું હોય, પછી મિનિસ્ટર બન્યા હોય ને કોઈ નેટ ઉપર એની પીએચડી થીસીસ કોઈ જુએ ને કે આ તો ચોરી કરી છે અને એને રાજીનામા આપવા પડ્યા હોય છે. જો કે આવું બધું વિદેશમાં થાય, આપણે ત્યાં તો ન થાય આવું કઈ. આપણે ત્યાં તો ભણ્યા ન ભણ્યા તોય કે હું ભણેલો જ છું તોય ચાલે, ડિગ્રી માગો તો ન આપે તો ન જ આપે. પણ હવે એવું થતું નથી. હવે બધું અપલોડ થાય છે. આપણને તો આવી જાહો જલાલી નહીં પોસાય જે આપણા કેટલાક નેતાઓને પોસાય છે. બટ વી વિલ નોટ બી એબલ ટુ એન્જોય ધેટ. આપણું બધું અપલોડ થાય છે. So we have to be careful about those things. So what you have to do, this rubric I have shared in Google group also with everybody. And if you just think of these 4 parameters, like correctness of English language, content of the answer, organization of the answer, and handwriting. Handwriting also, as we have seen, કે અમુક જગ્યાએ handwriting બહુ તકલીફ ઊભી કરે છે, વાંચી જ નથી શકાતું. So that also is very important. Now in this you have to come here. આ કોલમમાં જોશો તો આ બેસ્ટ, આ રીતે જવાબ લખશો તો બેસ્ટ કહેવાય. એનાથી આ વાંચો તો ઉતરતી કક્ષા, એનાથી થોડું ઇન્ફિરિયર, એનાથી વધુ ઇન્ફિરિયર, એટલે અહીંયા એ રીતે આ રૂબ્રિકને વાંચવાની છે. કે if you say correctness of English language, no grammar errors, no spelling errors, apt vocabulary, apt sentence structure, apt punctuation marks, બધું યોગ્ય હોય તો you can say this is up to the mark. So this you have to be careful: grammar, spelling, vocabulary, sentence structure, punctuation marks. Content of the answer: quotes from original texts, quotes from original text. I have studied criticism paper, એટલે કદાચ એમાં quotes ઉપયોગ નહીં કર્યા હોય, કોઈ નતા જોવા મળ્યા કોઈ જગ્યાએ, પણ બીજામાં કદાચ કર્યા હોય તો આપણે ટેક્સ્ટ વાંચીએ ત્યારે કહેતા હોય કે આ સેન્ટેન્સ બહુ સાદું છે, આ તો લખી શકાય. ઓરિજિનલ ટેક્સ્ટમાં અમુક સેન્ટેન્સ બહુ ઈઝી હોય, એ આપણે નોંધ કરી લીધા હોય તો આપણે લખી શકીએ. Quotes from critics, the madam also was telling that cite some critics, seminal critics, એમનો ઉપયોગ કરો. તમે પ્રેઝન્ટેશન દરમિયાન ઘણા સેમિનલ ક્રિટિક્સનો રેફરન્સ લો છો, એને યાદ રાખો કે આ જવાબ લખવાનો થાય તો એનું નામ લખવાનું અને એના વર્કનું નામ લખી અને you have to tell the thing. Apt illustrations from the text, ટેક્સ્ટમાંથી બહુ યોગ્ય ઉદાહરણ આપવાનું અને એ ખાતરી કરી લેવાની કે આ એમાં ટેક્સ્ટમાં થાય છે. when we were analyzing Macbeth quiz, આપણે એ પ્રશ્ન થતો હતો કે શું મકબૂલમાં ભૂત છે કે નહીં, અથવા હેદરમાં ભૂત છે કે નહીં. આવા ટ્રિકી, એટલે આ રીતે આપણે પ્રશ્ન કરીએ તો આપણે ફરી પાછા ટેક્સ્ટમાં જઈએ, ફરી પાછા વેરીફાઈ કરીએ અને ઇલસ્ટ્રેશન્સમાં કોઈ ભૂલ ન થાય. આપણે 5 વખત ખાતરી કરી છે કે નહીં આ ટેક્સ્ટમાં છે, મારી નજરે જોયું છે કે આ છે જ. આપણે એમને ખાલી પેલામાં વાત નથી કરતા, એઝ્યુમ કે નહીં આ છે. Now see, film is an easy thing to rewatch. નવલકથા કે નાટક પાછું જવું બહુ અઘરું છે. નાટક આખું તમે પાછું કોણ વાંચવાનું છે? મેકબેથ આપણે એક વખત સ્ક્રીનમાં જોયું એ જોયું, હવે કોણ એ ક્રીચરમાં પાછું જાય કે મેકબેથ વાંચવા જાય, ઇલસ્ટ્રેશન્સ છે કે નહીં, ભાષા છે કે નહીં. વેરી ડિફિકલ્ટ, વેરી ટફ ઓલ્સો. So this is, you have to be very careful if you are going to use any illustrations from the text, and don't write summaries. Summary થી તો દૂર જ રહેવાનું. સમરી, ડોન્ટ સમરાઇઝ. એ હેબિટ બધાને હોય છે કે સીધી વાર્તા જ શરૂ કરે. કેરેક્ટર પૂછ્યું હોય, થીમ પૂછી હોય, જે હોય તે આપણે વાર્તા લખવાની, એટલે લોકો સીધી વાર્તા લખવાનું શરૂ કરી દે. ડોન્ટ ડુ ધેટ if you want to have a good answer. Organization, the question is properly justified and exemplified. પ્રશ્નની આજુબાજુ જ તમે રમો છો, જે પ્રશ્ન પૂછાયો છે એ જ વારંવાર તમે પાછા જાઓ છો કે પ્રશ્ન શું છે, તમે શું લખો છો, ક્યાંક બીજે માર્ગે તો નથી ફંટાઈ ગયા ને. પાછું ક્વેશ્ચનમાં વેરીફાઈ કરો કે you are answering the question or not. Trajectory of the answer is very well worked out. જે જવાબ તમે નક્કી કર્યો, we tell students કે તમે રફ પેજ આમાં પણ રાખી શકો. એવું નથી કે મેથ્સ અને સાયન્સના લોકો જ રફ પેજ રાખે. You can put, એનો ઉપયોગ શું કરો? ટ્રેજેક્ટરી માટે, કે આ જવાબ હું આ રીતે શરૂ કરીશ, મારો ક્લાઇમેક્સ અહીંયા આવશે ને આ રીતે કન્ક્લુઝન કરીશ. એક વેરી ક્વિક રફ ડ્રાફ્ટ તમે મનમાં કરી લો. જો કે ક્વેશ્ચન બેંકમાંથી પ્રશ્ન આવ્યો હોય તો દરેક ક્વેશ્ચન બેંકના પ્રશ્નની ટ્રેજેક્ટરી તમે નક્કી કરી જ રાખી હોય એડવાન્સમાં, અને ટ્રેજેક્ટરી નક્કી કરવાની. આ જવાબ હોય તો આ રીતે શરૂઆત થાય, આ રીતે ઇલસ્ટ્રેશન્સ આવશે, આ રીતે એનો અંત આવશે. યુ હેવ પુટ અ માઇન્ડ મેપિંગ, તમે દરેક પ્રશ્નનું કરી રાખ્યું હોય. So that can help very quickly. Arguments are well justified with illustrations from the text. Whatever arguments you are making, they are well justified with illustrations from the text. That વારંવાર પૂછવાનું કે હું એમ કહું છું કે મેકબેથ બહુ સારો હતો, પણ એ સારો હતો એ કોણ કહે છે? શેક્સપિયરે કીધું આપણને કે સારો હતો, સ્વપ્નમાં શેક્સપિયર આવ્યા હતા, મેકબેથે આવીને કીધું કે હું સારો હતો, તો ન માની શકાય. તો કે ના, પેલા લોકો કહેતા હતા કે he was this, he was that. તો this that એટલે શું શું ક્યાં શબ્દો વાપરા છે? તો એ શબ્દો આવવા જોઈએ, એને કહેવાય ટેક્સ્ચ્યુઅલ ઇલસ્ટ્રેશન્સ. that word come, then it is fine. You can say કે આ લેડી મેકબેથ આવું કહે છે, રોઝ આવું કહે છે, પેલો સોલ્જર આવું કહે છે. That's why I say that Macbeth was initially good, પછી એ ખરાબ થાય છે. Logical sequence is maintained. Introduction to conclusion. All are well synced, apt connectors used for the ease of the flow of thoughts from one para to another. Connectors. જે આપણે આગલા પ્રેઝન્ટેશનમાં જોયા. That also. And finally, handwriting. Yes, cursive is very good. In the last one, the best handwriting were by Khushbu's. Khushbu's handwriting were of best, you can say. Cursive, larger also were there. Clearly visible, clean and tidy. બહુ ચેક ચાટ પણ ના હોય. ચાંદરીનું પેપર જોવો તો કેટલી બધી ચેક ચાટ. આ લેખું પાછું ભૂંસું, પાછું લેખું પાછું ભૂંસું. વારંવાર. So lot many things. So clean and tidy. Cursive, larger, clearly visible. Cursive handwriting હજી પણ બધા શીખી શકે. કેજી ની બુક લઈ આવવાની અને એમાં જે cursive આપ્યો હોય રોજ ઘૂંટો અડધી કલાક એટલે અઠવાડિયામાં આવડી જાય. It is not difficult, પણ પ્રયત્ન કરવો પડે. If you try, then it will be, and you will get a speed also in writing and large visible letters. એમાં આવી જશે. If you have a problem of all these things, તો પણ એ practice કરો. Cursive handwriting ની book લઈ આવી અને એમાં dotted line આપી હોય છે, એને ઘૂંટવાની જ હોય છે ખાલી. જે આપણે કેજી માં ભૂલી ગયા હવે પીજી માં કરીએ. કેજી માં કર્યું તો પીજી માં ન કરવું પડે. તો એને ઘૂંટી અને તમે આ મિસ્ટેક્સ બધી દૂર કરી શકો. AEIOU that you can remove these things there. So these are the things which are significant to be seen in when you want to write an ideal answer. When you want to write ideal good answer there. Okay? So we hope that this will help you, both the groups, semester 1 as well as semester 3 students. You have to work on your language. હવે અમે સ્પૂન ફીડ નથી કરી શકવાના. પીજી માં છીએ એટલે સિલેબસ નું બર્ડન જ એટલું હોય કે ફટાફટ બધું ભણાવવું પડે. તેમાં આ બધી વસ્તુ હાથ પકડીને લખતા શીખવાડવું એ હવે શક્ય નથી. Now you can do that, but look at your language. Reread your language, that will help you. અને આ રૂબ્રિક ને યાદ રાખીને જોતા જાઓ તો I hope that it will help you a lot in improving the things there. So we are ending our this session now here. Let me end the recording.